You want the lore? You can't handle the lore. The lore is too deep. It is too time Pacific. All right, if I told you the lore, it would blow your mind. You would explode on the spot. The normal average human brain cannot even comprehend the amount of lore I could drop. Time to transition. Turn the music down. Sure. Audio balancing is very important when it comes to streaming. You don't want to sound too quiet, and you don't want to sound, Is that good? I'll turn that a little bit. That's good. Maybe I need to get closer. Maybe I need to get closer to the mic. Which way is this thing facing? There we go. All right. What am I doing with my profile pic? I'm not doing anything with it. This is just my OC. His name is Thunder. Okay, you want to know the lore? The lore is quite anticlimactic. All right, but that's what makes it beautiful. It's like the last episode of Digital Circus. It's so anticlimactic that it would blow your mind. You couldn't even begin to comprehend. Here's the lore. Here's the lore. Right. The YouTube channel used to be called Lunchbox Cartoons. You heard that right. The channel used to be called Lunchbox Cartoons. But then I realized it's a really long title. It sounds more like a company than a YouTube channel. Lunchbox Cartoon. That's 4 syllables. That's too long. Some of the best brands have 2 syllables. McDonald's. Burger King? Point is, a lot of good things have 2 syllables. The less syllables, the better. That's how I look at marketing, right? All right, Lunchbox Cartoons. If I'm changing the name, I guess it would be past tense. So it's no longer Lunchbox Cartoons. It's now Lunchboxed brand. That's called branding. All right. I don't know why I'm not working for Apple. Come on now, that's genius move. Lunchboxed. Cut. It's no longer Lunchbox Cartoon. It's past tense. Lore. See. Brain. Why the lunchbox parts? I don't know. Cause when I was a kid, we used to have your lunchbox. And everyone's whoever had like the best cartoon character on the lunchbox was like the cool kid of the week. Yes, listen to Slim. Also, we are 3 subscribers away from 200 subs. I'm trying to make OCs. Can I get some tips? Oh, tips on making OCs on Z Michigan. All right. Here are some tips on OCs. Okay. I find that when you're creating an OC, for example, I have my character here. The best thing I think that helps is what is the vibe you're going for. Like the story you're telling will help dictate the kind of design you're going for. For example, let's say you want to do a more serious tone story. This might not work for you. This is very cartoony. It's very, kind of like small, short stack, kind of cute. You want something more like, but once you get past things like that, where like when you figure out the tone, you figure out the vibes and all that, to break down the smaller aspects of character design, let's say like clothing or hairstyle and all that. What kind of clothes do you wear? What kind of how do you stylize your hair? How we dress, how we stylize ourselves says a lot about us as people. If someone's wearing a button-up shirt and they're wearing a button-up shirt and they're they got like the pencils in the little pocket there, and they got like their shirt tucked into their pants with the belt on. There probably someone like who's probably like really professional. Someone who's like kind of nerdy. Someone like who takes themselves a little serious. Things like that. Always take in consideration the character when you're designing. If you're designing somewhere, it's like, oh, they live by the ocean. Maybe they wear clothes that someone in the ocean would wear. Like, I don't know, maybe they have like a diver suit. Maybe a bathing. Maybe they wear mostly floral patterns and things like that. Create almost like a culture with that kind of helps too, like a setting. Like, create like a small culture for that setting, so that way you can like kind of pick and choose who wears what and how they wear it. Things like that. Always take in consideration the character, what the character represents, what them represent, and who they are as individuals, and that will help you come up with a really. Also, just sometimes subverting expectations too. Let's say, for example, the character's design doesn't. It's like it doesn't reflect them at all, and that's considered to be part of the joke or part of the whatever it is. That can also play into hands. So there's a lot of things with character design. It's also very subjective. Good character design, in my opinion, is it appealing to look at? That's the number one thing. If it's appealing to look at, you're already first step there. The second step is it iconic? Which goes into a whole lot of things about silhouettes and all types of other things. But I would say that would be my advice for well, don't double sub. That ruins. Don't double sub to the channel. That would just be a dead subscriber. We don't want dead subscribers. We want active subscribers. We want active subscribers. Are you redesigning your character or just? I'm redesigning him. So this is his original design up here. This is him. He doesn't wear any clothes. He's naked. So I'm like, hey, maybe I should give him some clothes. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying out clothes. I'm one sub away. Ooh. I should have bought a party hat. I didn't buy a party hat. How do I check? I look at the app, I guess. Look at the app. I wish I had like a little party hat that I've like, a little kazoo. It was like, I don't have any of that. No subbing on other accounts. It has to be a real account by a real person. So for example, from this character, his name is Thunder. He's kind of goofy, kind of lighthearted. Who's kind of like, he's kind of childish in a way. So I'm basing his design his powers are kind of lightning based. So I'm just kind of exploring like, what can I do with that? I'm thinking like oversized jackets and things like something that's kind of like shows like his chill and relaxed nature. Me out real. Yeah, calling you out, Pogo. No, we can't do it. Had to be real subs, real people. Egg. Rick Grimes, you picked it up. Where there's thunder, there's lightning. He's actually one of my really older OCs. I don't know if anyone was here during the Digital Circus episode 7 live stream, but he's actually my oldest OC ever. His first, because during the Digital Circus live stream, I showed some of my oldest comics that I made when I was a kid. Focus, camera, focus. Some of the what's it called? The characters that I made when I was a kid. He was one of the original. So if you look down here, this little lightning guy, that's him. His very first iteration that I made when I was like 11 or I made him when I was in first grade actually. I made him like in first grade. I like the idea of lightning powers, and he's just been keeping him around all these years. Yeah, the tone of the story affects the characters. For example, if you are in a I can never say this word. Post-apocalyptical I gotta say it slow. Post-apocalyptical world, the characters aren't gonna be like, wearing lip gloss or like having their hair all nice and stylized and all this stuff, unless they're like one of the rich people who escaped the tragedy. Like they're probably gonna be more roughed up, probably have more messier hair, dirtier features. Like maybe they have like holes in their outfit. Maybe they, because they're in a world where luxuries are not even considered, they don't really wear. Maybe they wear more, clothes that they just find on, like you just find in like a random store. They don't have anything fancy or things like that. Now, obviously, you want to add small things to differentiate them. The tone of story, the story itself, the setting, a lot of things play into character design. I feel like a lot of people just create a cool design and say, "That's it, I'm done." Like, no. Setting matters, tone matters, also shape language. I feel like a lot of people don't do that either. Shape language is a huge thing. Take advantage of shape language. Okay. I made OC next to yours named Lightning. That's pretty cool. No problem, Unseen Michigan. I am here to help. Yeah, I need to make more outfits. Make an outfit. That's on that. What layer is this? Okay. Combine these. Okay, fine. Outfits 2. This is try some more outfits. What apps are best for animations? Whatever ones let you animate, in all honesty. Whichever ones you can just make something moving, those are like the best one. A lot of animation it's less about the application or the app and more about the technique, Because you need to think, for example, animation started off literally on pencil and paper, There was no applications, there was no fancy software. It was just paper that kind of thin, so that way you can see through it on a light table, and you flip through and you drew. So as long as you have anything that you can flip through and make something move, I think you're set when it comes to animation. So I'm gonna try to get let's try this. I like this one. Try that one. Try a different design of that. Ugh, I hate swapping drawing apps because now my shortcuts are not the same. This is why I said last stream, make sure your shortcuts match for all your apps, because then you run into problems like I'm having right now. I have to remember what my hotkeys are for this. Yeah, Flip Flipnote Studio. What else is there? Flipnote Studio. You have. I don't know what the other ones are. I've only used Flipnote, but that was on DS, and unless you have a jailbroken 3DS, you can. I don't think you'll have access. Unfortunately, animation is one of the things where, like, to do it digitally, it is something you would have to pay out of pocket for, unless you sell those 7Cs. Even then, you gotta buy a computer. The digital animation is just not cheap to do. Thank you. Thank you, no one. I appreciate it. I kind of like the big zipper idea. I need to find a way to implement. Maybe one big. Honestly, that when I'm home, I'm going to draw it. I have no ideas, but because it's called your brain wants a distraction from the boredom. Always say if you're like a sticky notes help a lot. Take a sticky note with you, class. Just pull it out every now and then. Like, okay, I got a great idea. Let me write that down on my sticky. I feel like I is small. Here, the big old zipper. Also, another thing you got with character design, references in inspiration. Like let's say you like a certain artist's art style, or you like a you like a way a photographer or a fashion designer does like their designs, things like that. Take some inspiration, take some ideas from it. Obviously, don't copy, word for word, bar for bar, but art is all about remixing what already exists. I mean, he gives it like a little puffer jack. Yeah, little puffer jack. How's he look at a little puffer jack? I don't know about the puffer jack. Let's got like comes to his original design. He's busy at the top, and things kind of smooth out, simpler as it flows. Another thing about character design. Again, character design is very subjective. Very subjective. I should mention that, by the way. It's very, even to professionals, it's very subjective. For example, I think that I love Digimon. I love Digimon. Some of the Digimon designs are very cluttered, I feel like, and they don't make sense. But that's a part of the charm, as a part of um, the series. If you were to try that in any other, let's say you try that same design in, let's say, a show like, I don't know, Bluey, it wouldn't fly. Bluey's a more simplified design. It's more streamlined. It's made for animation. It's like, it's things like that. Like a tip that I think works a lot, just for. Also, another thing, character design varies differently depending on the medium. Let's say for like, if I don't know if any of you have ever played Fire Emblem, but look at a character from Fire Emblem, and all like the little intricate details they have of like their outfits and things like that. Compare it to, I don't know, animation, to where take consideration that these characters have to move the whole thing. Like, when it comes to 2D character animation, characters you have to like redraw it over and over and over again. So typically, it's simpler designs, 3D characters. You add more complication, but the more complicated it is, um, it might take more rendering time. Also, hair takes a long time. So design varies drastically depending what you're doing. Comics, manga, um, uh, like a short form comics, animation, 2D, 3D, puppet animation. What else? Just straight up like character concept art for a video game or a movie. A lot of these change drastically depending on where you're in. For example, in anime, they don't do a lot of crazy like character shape language. There's not a lot of it. Most of the time, characters are like kind of built the same, and like the variations come into like hairstyle or the way they dress. So it take in consideration your whatever. Why am I tracing this? Consideration whatever medium you are using, and that will help dictate how you should design your character. I kind of want to work with this some more. I feel like this is too big. Bring this down, color down. I don't know. Make it like sharper. He's a lot of sharp. It goes like there's a lot of jagged spikes. There, a lot of sharpness. Kind of smooths out as like. I'm looking at it from. I'm looking at it like the design's kind of busy up here, so I would want to avoid making anything more like adding more busyness to this area. Get more which should be Thunder Wear. I mean, you could just have him be what he looks like right now, which is just this. He doesn't even be wearing anything. He currently doesn't wear anything anyway. He has the what is there to hide syndrome, where it's like a character design where it's kind of like, why do they need to wear clothes? There's no like there's nothing to hide. Oh, turn my phone on. Need to. Let's see. I'm thinking about like want it to be less complicated. So what? I guess the detail would need to be down here. You want to put like something, I don't know. Let it be a boy or a girl. But hey, whatever it's your OC. You can make whatever you want. This is where a reference comes into. What do people who work with electricity conductive? They have a conductive like outfits on. Things that conduct. I don't want to go. I don't want. Do I want to do like the like a battery type of ordeal where like his I don't know something that kind of like. Let me see. I kind of like the boots idea. With the kind of like the boots kind of make the design a little bit more complex. Add a little more. Um, the boots. I might reuse one of these boots. I'm just trying to think about what do who mess with like air. Obviously, no one purposely messes with electricity unless they're trying to repel it. So having him wear things that electrician would wear doesn't make any sense because it would like kind of hold him back a bit. So I guess a battery style of like outfit would work the best. Let me look at some. Let's open up Pinterest, which I now use because they added a feature you can get rid of the AI. I gotta log in. Use my phone. In QR code. This will take a bit. Oh, actually. Let me look at some. Put some good examples. Thank you, Yuki. We have hit. Let me see. I wish I had a kazoo. I don't have a kazoo. Pretend we have. I have a kazoo. Woo! That was kind of loud. Yeah! 200 subs. We made it. Woo! A quarter. Is it a quarter? No, it's not a quarter. 1/5 to 1,000. The road to 1,000 has begun. Thank you for subbing. Thank you everyone who stops by these streams, who likes, subscribes, turn on notification bells, all those. I never told people. You know what's crazy? I've never told anyone to turn on like the notification bell. Never. Probably start doing that. But thank you everyone who's come by, stop by, subscribe, like the video, notification. It's terrible kazoo do. I don't have a kazoo. All right, I don't. It doesn't work. I don't got it. I don't got it on me. It don't got it. Thank you. Very appreciative of stopping by and thank you. I appreciate that. We are on the road. I should start naming these. What the road to 1,000. Yeah, we're on the road. Can't spell road. There we go. Road to 1,000. Woo! There we go. Next time I'll have a kazoo ready. I need to have a kazoo. I don't have a kazoo ready. I'll buy a kazoo just to put it somewhere in my general area so I can blow on it. Thank you, Yuki. I appreciate that. Thank you! Trying to be too loud because my mic is peaking. If I turn my gain down, I can be louder. Hold up, I'm gonna turn my gain down. Like I can like get loud. Let's do. Thank you for stopping by, Unseen Michigan. Looked up battery outfit. I don't know if any of these are battery related outfit. I kind of like this one. Wait a minute. Uh-oh, hold up. Let me turn my filters on. A setting. Uh-oh. Trying to make sure that I have AI stuff turned off. There we go. All my yeah, I want all AI turned. I want AI. Battery. Give him some Nikes. No way. I would, I would give some. Actually, let's try. Fill it with Nike. Let's see. I'm gonna give him the all whites. The all white high tops. Let's see. Let's give him a mid top. My brush so big. Man. And there we go. Dark Pits theme. Do not play Kid Icarus Uprising. You do yourself a disservice. Play Kid Icarus Uprising. Mm-hmm. That check mark is really get on my nerves. There we go. He has the all whites on. Well, Thunder is he's short. He's not a very he's a very short character. Like if there was a normal humanist in it, if he was next to a normal human, he'd probably be like, let's say this person right here is like I don't know 5. This person's like 5. I don't know 5. I can't think of what. They're 5'11". This person right here is 5'11". He'd be like, you know. So like he's not. Oh, that's not. He's not tall at all. Let's be like what? This is counting his spikes. His real height's like down here. I typically don't like to count the hair or whatever. But like what 5 like 5'11". Say the person's like what? That would make him like what? 3 something? Like he probably like what 3? 10. I don't know. That's a guesstimate. He's not. Yeah, he's not very tall. All these different hotkeys. I need to make one giant hotkey list and make that the thing for everything. No more hopping around with my hotkeys. Typically, when I do like sneakers on a character, I like to make them big. Kind of like I usually go like I like to exaggerate like the tongue. How do I do with this? I'm on the wrong. I'm on the brush. Okay. I don't use the. No one knows what it feels like to be a Kid Icarus fan in 2025. We're never getting a new game. Never getting a new game. It's not happening. With a close behind remind me of my OC reminds me of that. I mean, nothing is. Yeah, I feel like his everyday clothes would probably be this. I feel like it would be the lack of clothes. I feel like that would be his everyday outfit on. Maybe. Hmm. Maybe it needs to be minuscule. Let me pull up my references. I feel like if you were to wear anything, you would have to have some kind of usage to where it would enhance his abilities of something. Enhance or make it so his abilities are more controllable. I feel like when it comes to lightning, right? Lightning is considered to be like what? Uh, a lot of people consider it to be precise and quick. I look at lightning as more chaotic and quick. Um, it's going so fast and it's spreading out. The lightning is not typically like you know, one big bolt in a strike. It's usually it like spreads out. It does its own thing. Like it's like going all over the place. That's how I look at lightning. You have one precise point surrounded by a whole bunch of like just surrounding madness. I feel like for combat reasons, it would work better if you didn't have a whole lot of things going everywhere. Because you might hit your teammates. So maybe his outfit should be something that helps him make sure instead of doing all this, he does just this. What does that? I guess a conduit? A conduit. Is it a conduit? Not conduit. Conductive thing? Hmm. Probably heard. What would what's a good thing? I guess we have to go back to the whole batteries and electricity thing. What could I turn into? Something that people wear in their sleeve. What could I turn into that would? It'd have to be. It had to be like kind of sleek too. It wouldn't. I wouldn't want it to overtake the rest of his body. Like I don't want to add anything where it's like he has wires coming everywhere here and here. But then it complicates the design. So maybe some type of gloves of some sort. Has like some and what could be on those gloves to help with the with productiveness? I guess the plus and minus. Plus and minus. Make it as an apology. I feel like that's kind of a stereotype where you have like boy he has, gloves and each one is like a negative and a positive. So this one has like a plus on, this one has like a negative on it. Like that's too simple for me. Or too stereotypical. But stereotypes aren't bad. Well, they are. But design out of that sounds crazy out of context. But in this situation, when it comes to this design, if it were it's just what's a synonym for a stereotype? I don't what's that? Is it bad to have OC having any blue or cyan or turquoise aesthetic outfits? Because I do, and most of my are only stands for some reason. So that is also very. It depends. For example, hot take. I don't like the designs on I don't like the designs for Hazbin Hotel. I don't like them. I don't. I just can't. I can't do it. There's too much red. I get the. I get it. It's hell. Hazbin Hotel. Photo of the day. We get it. It's hell. But like, there's a lot of red accents. Red has to be everywhere, and it's kind of like okay, you're overplaying it. I feel like it kind of like muddles up the the designs. For example, let's say these characters are in the crowd, right? It's like the Yu-Gi-Oh meme. I'll show you. I'll pull the Yu-Gi-Oh meme. So there's this meme in Yu-Gi-Oh, where it's like one of the protagonists in a crowd full of people, and the meme goes, "Oh, I wonder which one of these people, or I wonder which one's like the protagonist." If I can find it, why can't I? Is screw it. I'll use Metroid instead. Use Mud. So this picture of Samus. Picture of Samus surrounded by a whole bunch of Galactic Federation officers. We can tell who's important here. We can tell who's important. It's Samus. You know? I feel like if your character doesn't stand out in a crowd full of other characters, they're not a good character design. If your character can't stand out in a crowd full of characters that are not important and are kind of background characters, that's not good character design. It just isn't. And I feel like that happens a lot in like VisiPop shows where it's like every character looks crazy and exaggerative, and they all have red accents, and it's kind of like if you were to look at like if you were to have a bird's eye view of these characters in a crowd, Would it be simple or would it be a where's Waldo situation? So I would say to if you have a lot of if a lot of your designs incorporate something, try to find different tones of that. You know, maybe instead of like you already kind of do it blue, cyan, turquoise, because you already have some green in there. Maybe add some different greens, or maybe a more of a darker purplish type of blue, or maybe it's more of a magenta. Mix and mix the colors. It makes them look interesting. Like, if I were to look at the Hazbin Hotel characters lined up, none of them look interesting to me. It's like, okay, you know, like they all have white, pink, and red in there somewhere. Vox is he's majority blue, but he still has some red accents. It's kind of like, okay, we get it. They're in hell. Can we stop using the red accent? If if Vox was in a crowd full of people from like the sky, let's say we're a bird's eye view, and there's a whole bunch of characters. All right, great example. I'll do this. Let's say a whole bunch of characters on the ground, right? We got this, got this, and let's add some different reds in here. All right, we're a bird's eye view. We're looking down, and if every character has these type of things, like you might have characters where it's kind of like, you know, it's maybe some of them have some darker spots. You're doing more of a limited color palette, you know. Even like those red ones, even they have like some red accents to them, so it's still red. It's like red. It's like what, smaller on. Which one's the main character? It would be hard to tell. So let's say you have like a character was kind of like they still have that kind of red. Let's say they're let's say a little bit, you know, a little more lighter pink. Now it's this pink is still a shade of red, but notice how that pink stands out, even with how small it is, how it stands out compared to everything else. Or let's say orange. Orange is still a different shade of red. That kind of stands out. How about we make it lighter? How about this over here? That stands out. How about we go some purple, some deep purples? It's like things like this will help you, you know? It's like you guys can't see, but I can see on my screen. Even I can tell like that little pink dot right there. Like it's like the orange there too. Things like that will help you a lot when it comes to character design. I get having a limited a limited character palette. I get that. I understand. I know what that is. I forgot the name of it. I don't care about the name of it. It's called anal something. But I get it at the style. But I feel like you have to be careful how you do it. If you have a limited color palette, you have to be extremely careful how you use it, because you want your main characters to look like main characters. And I feel like the colors of the characters wouldn't be such a problem if it weren't for the fact that all the different characters, the background characters, are so uniquely designed. I know that sounds weird. I know that sounds weird. Yo, what you're saying? Characters shouldn't look good? Your main cast should look good. But you don't want your main cast to be distracted by someone in the background. Because if everyone looks like a main character, no one's a main character. It's Syndrome from The Incredibles all over again. If everyone's super, no one's super. You have to have standouts. The same reason why if you have like a heavily bright, colorful background, you want to find a way to the characters that are on top of that background to just like to, you know, distinct themselves from it. Yes. If you do similar colors, like let's say for example, because think about this, right? Sometimes having similar colors is a good thing because it can dictate a character's relation to another. Let's take, for example, Princess Bubblegum. Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time. So let's say Princess Bubblegum's family, right? So, where is it at? You don't have a family portrait? There's like no family portrait of Bubblegum or her family. I'm trying to find a picture of her where her auntie and her dad. Why can't there's no image? That's crazy. There's like no images of her with her family. But I think of another example. Um, let's do Sasuke and his family. Sasuke from Naruto. That's a terrible example. Ah, screw it. Who cares? What is it? Oh no. Copy. Paste. So if you look at Sasuke and his family, right? This is a terrible example because the image is tinted, but sometimes a character's called colors, similar colors to the character, can help showcase there's some connection or similarity. You know, Sasuke wearing predominantly black. All his family is wearing predominantly darker colors. They have like the same kind of dark hair because they're Uchihas. There are certain times where similar colors can help make characters showcase they have some kind of like relation to each other. And sometimes it's the opposite. Look at Dipper and Mabel from Gravity Falls. They're siblings, but Maple tends to wear bright, like out in your face pastel colors, and then Dipper wears more kind of muted, more lesser bright reds and blues and things like that. Where it's kind of like the colors that he wears don't really jump out at you. So colors can sometimes showcase characters' relations to each other. And that's why I don't like Vizzy-Pop's designs, because it's kind of like all the characters. It feels like every character could one day be like, "This is my episode." A great example: SpongeBob SquarePants. All the background fish. The background fish are unique, but none of them are so unique where they take away from SpongeBob and his friends. There's no fish out there that if Patrick was in a crowd full of these fish, you couldn't tell who Patrick was, or you couldn't tell who SpongeBob was, or Mr. Krabs, or Sandy. Those things are very important, especially if your character is going to be interacting a lot with like if they live in a populated area. You want them to stand out. That's food for thought. But that's why I don't like Busy Bot's design. I feel like they all feel like main character. They all have main character syndrome. It's like, I get it. You're having fun. You're designing characters. I get it. But there's too much going on here. Too much. Sometimes you can cook. Sometimes you can chef up the. You can do too much work in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? The artists. Let me twist it. The artists on Happy Hotel. They're doing a fantastic job. Fantastic job. It's just like they're doing too good of a job. They're doing too good of a job. Oh, that's. What if I do like some kind of like maybe like some little gems on his hands? Gems, but like conductors. Some kind of. in my art style, Pomni. Um, what would that even look? I don't know which. I think it would look basically the same. I don't think there'd be a lot of differentiation. I just do like circle like everyone else does for her head. Little, her. These are not called bangs. They're called something else. Someone told me multiple times what they're called. I keep forgetting what they're called. Her little hair tufts. I'll call them hair tufts. Yeah. It wouldn't look much different. It would look relatively this. I made her head too small. That's yeah, quick Pomni sketch. That's what Pomni will look like, I guess. Yeah, that's basically what I would draw Pomni like. Obviously, I would take more of my time with it. But this is a quick sketch of what she would or potentially. I because of like I guess if I were to do it in my art style, let me try to do it in my art style. What would you look in my art? My OC is nearly blue because I want him to look like, oh, cool, a color blue coordinated. Well, if his design is mostly blue, that's fine. But is everyone else's design also blue? He can have as much blues in him as he wants. Another thing about character designs, I feel like the more in control your color palette, the better. For example, you don't want a whole bunch of like, you know, how I explain this? You don't want a whole bunch of different color things where it's kind of like you got like green and purple and pink and orange. Sometimes constraining your color palette and just adding different tones and shades helps a lot too. I feel like a lot of people, it's like that one Sonic OC. Oh, it's like that one Sonic OC. What's it called? Probably what it's called. But you know what I'm talking about. Like we've all seen whatever one you thought about in your head. That's the one. And they get too complicated. What would Pommy look in my art style? I guess she would look. I'd probably give her more. I tend to. Yes. We'll do the head first. Do the head. And probably is there something like I tend to like to because like a little cheap bump. I like cheap bump. As I call them, little cheap bump. And let me go work. Pull up my Pomni ref. Is it bad? I know 14 songs of. No, I wouldn't say it's bad. I need to throw my. Kind of like hair, kind of like creates a silhouette on its own. So I'll probably do some like hair, kind of like pops out a little bit more. I'm bad at drawing. I'm not bad at drawing hats. I just don't like drawing hats. Her hat's pretty simple. It's literally just a thing around her head. Goes behind where her ears would. Yeah, like her. I kind of like how her hat gives her kind of like a good silhouette. It reminds me of Knights from like I don't know if anyone here is. Well, I know no one here's ever played a Knights game before. They're like it's a '90s game. I never played a Knights game before, but Knights is like a Sega character from like the uh oh the mid '90s. I think it was the mid. I have no idea. I'm a fake fan. I'm also not a fan at all. I just know of Knights. He had a game that came out in like not well. I guess Knights has no gen, so they had a game that came out I think in on the Wii. I think it was like what, 2009 something like that. Never played that one either. Keep this more flat. Also, I like to favor the top of the eyelid thicker line by eyelash. So a lot of people are correcting me about my anatomy. Even I thought. Um, it depends. Who are the people giving it to you? If it's teachers, then I'll listen to it. If it's like also any I feel like if a lot of people are saying it, it usually means there's something there. But if it's stylistic, then it doesn't really matter. Like for example, One Piece has awful anatomy. It's god awful. The anatomy it's god awful. It's not good, but it's stylistic, so it's supposed to look like it was like look that way. Intention matters a lot when it comes to the arts. But if you're looking for more realistic anatomy, or you feel like you might be struggling with your anatomy, I would say the best tip you can do is just drawing real people. Like this drawing like human body, finding your reference, like go on print like Pinterest or Google Images or whatever, and just look up models, like drawing models. That way you can get some experience in there. I feel like as an artist, you never really stop growing. You're constantly on the. There's things right now where I'm like, I need to get and I need to draw this because I'm bad at drawing. I'm bad at drawing. Like the thing about being an artist that your journey is never done. You're constantly having to draw and improve and do work on like your talents and all that. So there will be times where you're like, oh, I don't know how to draw this. You just have to like sit down and like learn how to do it. And for I've had to do it on multiple occasions. Like, I don't know how to draw that. Like, oh, too bad, draw it. I'm like, okay. He has what, one eyelash? Yeah, it's just one. I don't want to drew three. You were kind of spooked out with her. Draw triangles. There's 3 triangles. That's how I would draw upon me. I guess in my art style. I never considered that I might have an art style. I just genuinely never thought of it. You know, her body basically the same. You know, basically the same body. Big old glove. Not wonder. You get the idea. I know of Murder Drone. I never watched Murder. So I should stick to my own manavy then. Usually I don't use. So I will say this: as an artist, always use references. Always. That's just something that I feel like every artist should. Um, like around me right now, like sincerely, I have references. I have a Pawnee reference pulled up right over here. I have animating. Got my animation reference book right here. What else? I have. There's an artist I like. I like the way he stylizes his animations. I have his art book right here. I flip through this sometimes for like inspiration. I have another art style I like. I have this Mara Rival's art book. I want to know how they draw their designs and all that. Who's this? Liu Kang. And for my animals, I got this. The natural history of, I guess, the planet, I guess. And I have, like, it just a whole bunch of, different types of species of bugs and all types of animals, even, like, plant life. You know? Something that... Oh, bones? Oh, these are bones. I say reference it. You got the reference to do it, reference it. I should check out. I was told to check out Murder Drone's last stream. I never got around to it. I say goodbye to Pomni. I'm deleting her. What if I give him a jacket with I feel like I like the openness of this. I like how this is kind of open. You know, it feels like it's more it's like more relaxed. I feel like is he cold? Like why is he wearing like a jacket? Like why do you, yeah? It's like like I'm seeing examples of what he could wear, but they all look too cool for him. Like, I couldn't imagine him wearing that because it looks too cool. Maybe I don't know. Let's see. Oversized. Oversized coat look. That look. I feel like it doesn't work. Head would not allow. It does. It helps. It doesn't help that he doesn't have a neck. It's kind of like I'm kind of making it up where his neck would be. Maybe it's like more tight and knitted to his body somehow. Let's say tight in this close in. Maybe I don't know. I only closed off. I don't know. That doesn't really work for him. I will not forget what I've done. I hope she does. I don't want her to forget. Let me look at the Discord. I like your lighting and thunder. All right, that's very nice. Thank you. Friendly reminder that we do have a community Discord linked in the bottom below, where you can submit your art, talk to other artists. It's a newfound growing community. So, who are interested in showing me and your art and asking for tips and all that things like that from your peers, feel free to join the community Discord. Link below. What am I thinking of? My brain's a tickering. I like the openness. I might keep the open. I'm just picturing like him flying with it, like flying back. It did take you a while to get. Need. What do I need? I need. I mean, um, today not putting too much pure ground. Oh, I can't do. I can't do. My coffee has to be sweet. If my coffee don't taste like candy, I don't want it. I don't want it. I can't do it. I can't do bitter thing. I really can't do it. I need if I'm drinking it, it needs to taste like candy. It has to. Maybe he had like these big old Raikage type of like. No, that's like he has weights on his arm. That's gonna be a no go for. And he has like he has like Rock Lee weights. I could make him smaller. I could definitely make him more. I might be cooking. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, he might be cooking. Oh, and here's a tip that I think helps a lot. I think artists the silhouette test. Silhouette test is a really good way to tell of character design. It can be kind of like it's not an end all be all, but it is very helpful. You can draw your characters line up to each other, and like somebody can like tell who's who from just their silhouette. It's good character design. Like for example, if I were to draw, let's say, uh, most of you could tell who this is from like the silhouette, you know. It's like things like that, you know. Like without if you were to draw something without drawing the face or anything else, you tell what this is. The answer is yes, and if someone else can do the same thing, that's called peak character design. And I'm gonna do let's say this is kind of like right. This I'm gonna draw backwards. We cover. 10. Do I have to room my character in the Lord? Honestly, Lord, there's no salvation saving. Well, what do you mean by that? I didn't see your earlier chat. How about make him wear sandals? I can't. I There's no rage like the rage I had watching Steven from Steven Universe fight in sandals every. I was irrationally angry watching Steven fight in sandals. For all I was irrationally upset. Like, bro, fighting in sandals is so. First of all, it's so ridiculous. You can't. Sandals are cheap. They probably fall apart all the time. All right, you can't even like get like a good like dancing because the sandals he got only with like the toe. There's no back end support. So you got like toe, like flapping around. It's like, no, I can't do it. That's the one thing with Steven Universe that annoys me no matter what. Whenever I see Steven do anything in sandals, like why is he doing? Why is he in sandals? Get some shoes on. I want to delete him. If for example, a character's trauma does not have to be showcased in their character design. Thank you for stopping by, Rick Grimes. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, your character design doesn't have to like directly reflect their trauma. Ta-da. He has like the 36 redesign and his lore just piled up together like got some like just I feel like are you planning on releasing a short like what's the OC for? Are they just there to be there, or is there like a point where like, you want to like make like your own thing with them? Are you like, oh, I want to make like I want to make like a pilot show, or I want to make like a comic? Lines? Where? What is the point of the character? What if I gave him like him that thing Sasuke wears around his hips? I don't know what that thing. Is that? I have no idea what they're thinking around his head. I feel like Kishimoto's kind of put that there to put that there. Hmm. Oh yeah, the gloves are. Can't explain it so much. Like his lore stuff is mixed up. I don't try to say adding up. You can just get rid of the lore. The lore doesn't have to be there. I don't just. I don't like that lore. I'm get rid of it. You know. I wouldn't say to remove the OC. You could just be like, all right, this lore is convoluted. Let me simplify. You don't have to remake him to get to like to renew the lore. Like I feel like the character doesn't have to be tied to the lore. You could be like, okay, here's my character's lore, and that's it. You don't have to like design the whole character around the lore. You know? Why he come back to this? I got this. I look right if I hate these. Hmm. Hmm. I feel malnourished. I genuinely feel malnourished right now. What am I thinking? I need to stop drawing on this. Let me come back. I'll come back to that. It's not important. I can't. My brain won't let me. Hmm. Why do I keep redrawing this? I don't have to do this. I don't know. Like, something is enticing me to do this. I think I'm buying time to come with for an idea for the rest of the design. I could just basically remake it. But yeah, do not recommend scrapping a whole character away because of lore. Not something I would do personally. Let me think. Try. I want to try these boots again. Kind of like conductive boost. My whack. Doing the stupid boom boom hug on too. Clip notes. Is it called Clip Notes Studio? I think I say that, but that's not what's actually Clip Studio Paint. I don't know why I combined Clip Note and Clip Studio. I don't know why my brain just combines like the program. And we're going maybe use a reference from. I had Pinterest pulled up. More so, I want the clothes to have purpose. Like I don't want to just be like, oh, here's some cool clothes. I want them to have like this reason why he dresses like. I'm like trying to think about what could that reason be. I could also just be very. I'm also kind of nitpicky, for being honest, because he doesn't really read it. I don't know if he. I don't know if he need. I don't know if he even needs like a redesign. But if he's getting one, I might be trying a little too hard. Being honest, might be like. That's why deadlines are a good thing. But deadlines kind of make you. They kind of force you to come up with a decision. This I'm like I got all the time in the world, so it's kind of like I'm kind of like, oh no, let's tweak this, let's tweak that. But if I was on a deadline, I only have this much time to do it. Oh, this would have been done. So I would have been finished this. Sometimes stress is a good thing. It looks like a Sonic character. No. Oh, look at Sonic. The gloves and the boot. Oh my god! I gotta give him something. Let's see. Hmm. I do like your idea of fusing things. I'm thinking about fusing the jacket. I don't know. I think I have too much characters with jackets anyway. I give him a jacket. Do I give him shorts? Do I dare give him? No. I want him. No, I don't want to give him. I refuse to give. It looks like Silver the Hedgehog. I gotta give. Get rid of the gloves. Just get rid of the glove. Gotta rework the glove. Go back. Let's go back to Pinterest. Hmm. Let's try overalls. Aw, that's cute. That won't fit his style either. These are all great outfits, but none of them work for him. I gotta find something that works for him. These are really good. I might come back here and draw these like just. What if? Hold up now. I might be my brain's doing the thing right now. My brain's doing the thing. 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 Hold up now. Hold up now. Go. I gotta draw before I lose it. I draw before I lose it. I draw before I lose it. I draw before I lose it. Alright, so let's try. Like those. Would that overcome? I think that might overcomplicate. It would look good, but it would be kind of a pain in the ass to draw over and over again. Try something like. And kind of like kind of. Let's try something like this. Hmm. Wait, I can bring it higher. Maybe like a knot here. Like the knot, and his sleeves will come down here. I'm picturing like electrician suit. Tristan? Not electrician, but suits to be wearing. But I guess are they called suits? Yeah, suits. People that like people in power plants be wearing. Kind of like big. I feel like these people. Okay. Maybe some offs. Maybe have that same one. I thought it came out the same kind of clustered. Then cover up all of this. Is that really what I want? I'll keep it there for reference. Also bring it up higher. What if I brought what if I brought this up higher? Make me want to play Kid Icarus Uprising. If you haven't already, please play Kid Icarus Uprising. You have a 3DS or a jailbroken 3DS, or use like pirating. Oh, yeah, it's such a fantastic game. I hate that there's no remake site for that or a sequel. It should have been brought to Switch. Kid Icarus Uprising not going to Switch is the craziest crime of all time. I really don't know how Sakurai or whoever didn't say, hey, why is it not on Switch? Why is it on Switch? Let's try the same thing but different execution. Don't abandon ideas right. If they don't work, don't abandon them right away. Try different ways of doing it. Good idea. I like the execution of it. I feel like Dragon Ball Z pants. Or I guess gi. I feel like wearing gi. I don't know. Maybe the pant. Maybe no pants. Like pants. This. I don't know. Pants are the move. Pants might. Hmm. Does he even see now? I'm questioning. Does he even need clothes? I feel like putting clothes on him is kind of like every time I try to put clothes on him, it feels off because his design was made with no clothes in mind. And now I'm putting clothes on him. It's kind of like okay, he wasn't made for clothes. So I need maybe I just need to simplify. I need to simplify. Make the clothes work for him. Maybe I'm approaching this wrong. By try to give him like human clothes like some random guy on the street would wear. Maybe that's where I need to play into the fact that he's not human. What would look good? I really love like the big zipper. Right? I don't want to give him any like I don't want to give him like a collar. He's not like a pet. Hmm. Besides real life references, uh, other artists. Look at some other artists. See exactly they might. How would I? Good artist. This it's choppy. Ugh. The choppy consistently, like what? Or is it like only when I get out of view of the mic? It might be because I'm talking this direction. The mic's this. I didn't get a mic that not so picky about where I talk. I literally asked yesterday, was my audio good? But the chat wouldn't help me. Chat was saying, you can't give me like riddles. It's like, bro, I don't want riddles. Give me answers. Does the audio sound good? Does it sound good if I talk? Like at what points? Like, does it sound fine right now? Does it? How do I explain this? Like, do I? Is it still choppy right here, right now, as I'm speaking? All right, so that's what I thought when I'm facing my mic. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's what it is. I gotta make sure I talk directly into the mic. Like, is this? If I look in this direction, can you still hear me, or is it choppy if I'm looking this direction talking? Also, I have to talk in this direction. Oh my god. I need to. If I turn my gain on. I don't know if that helped or not. Testing. Can you hear me from over here? Is it still choppy if I talk from over here? I might just push the mic back. Push it back so that way the cone is like more spread out to where I'm talking. Does that sound better? Can I do I have more free movement now if I talk with the microphone way back there? I turned the gain up, so I don't think my volume should be an issue. But I don't want choppy audio. That's the one thing I don't want. You said closer. Okay. What does it work now? If it's like this far away, it's some distance. Like, does it sound good from there? If I talk over here, does it still sound choppy? I hate having the microphone like all of my face like right here, because then you can't. It's like, you know. I get why some people do it. I don't like to do it. I'm whispering, so my gain is up a lot right now. You know what? There we go. I turn my. Let's see if that works. Hopefully this works better. If I have to face my mic every time I talk, that's gonna be really annoying. I feel like it being close would cause the choppiness because I'm talking to it through a certain cone. I feel like the more I back up, wider that cone gets. The closer I get, the more narrow that cone is. Or somewhere along those lines. I gotta look up to what kind of microphone I have. I have not looked it up in so long. This. Let's see if I have any. Do I have anything that will work? I think this might work. All right, while that's taking a whole lifetime to load, I'm gonna try some things out. Let's see, something like. His body is pretty stout. He's a really large head. He has smaller body. So it goes big, short, big. So think about it, a lot can be going on in his midsection because there's not a lot of room. It'll get crowded. His head's already busy, so I feel like most of any of like the design altercation, it has to be in the legs where there's enough space to do a lot. So I feel like whatever I do to his body has to be like minimum. So putting a jacket and all that, it's not gonna work because it's too much crammed in such a small space. So let's see if I can find something simple. Do I want face to be pronounced. Let's do. Maybe we keep the glove idea, but we find some way to interconnect it with the body. And maybe he has like some circuitry. I'm like, well, he has those spikes on his back, so those can be like considered like conductors in a way where they like you can sit between them. Okay, all right. I think I'm seeing something. You can make it a tight, like almost kind of elastic. This. Big ol' minus of. Or this could be like the little metal conductor. Yeah. Do I plus in my? I don't think I do. I feel so malnourished. Oh, I need to eat soon. Speaking of which, hmm, I'll tell you what. It's been, I think it's been what? Been a good 2 hours. Oh, okie dokie, thank you. Yes, please, thank you. But I, I am starving, so I do have to go eat, and I don't want to have like a whole 2 hour break between streams. So I'm going to end stream. Going to eat some food, but tomorrow I will be back. We won't be doing character designs tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be animating. This full-on animation. I hop between what I do. Today was character design day. Yesterday, another day before that was like storyboarding. Tomorrow's gonna be animation. I have a sequence I need to do. I need to do some animation on. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go with that. Um, I will tweak. I will tweak with this. I will mess around with this after the stream though. If you, I'll probably post it in the on YouTube in the community notes, but I'll also post it in the Discord link below. The community Discord. I'll post it in there, whatever I come up with. But yeah, I want to thank and appreciate everyone that came by today. That got me to 200 subscribers. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The big 200. 200 people is a lot of people. That's a lot. 200 people. That's a lot of people. All right. If I were to ask you to name 200 people, I couldn't do it. Could you do it? So I really appreciate it. I'm really thankful. I'm happy we hit this milestone. The next milestone, 300 subscribers. That's the next milestone. Cannot wait to start the journey with everyone, especially the new viewers, the older viewers. And I appreciate the support, the liking, the commenting. The streams can only do so much, you know. I can sit here and yap all day, but having people in the chat who engage and have things to say is really helpful. This is why you can't see it here, but I do have a chat thing. Why does it look like chat is a stable for the? What's not the stable? Do I need to do this every single time? I need to do this every. But copy. I do have a feature where I can like show chat on the stream. As you can see, it's not ready yet. As you can clearly see, can't see it. As you can see, it's not ready. The show the chat is not ready because there's no background to it or anything like that. So it's kind of like whatever. And I gotta figure out where I want to put it at because I don't know if I want to put it over. If I put it over the art, then you can't see the art, you know. So there are things to be done stream wise. Maybe I'll put it over here, but then I want to put some things over here. And I don't think if I make it too small, you can't even read it. So I will decide how I want to like add chat onto the stream. Until then, I'm just gonna leave it turned off. Fully get it to how I want. Yeah, I appreciate everyone's love and support. If you haven't already joined the Discord, if not, I have other social medias below. You can follow me there where I post art. But thank you, I appreciate it. Merry almost Christmas, everybody. I will be streaming on Christmas because I'm not going. I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna wear my Grinch outfit. I'm having Christmas at my place this year. I'm allowed to wear whatever I want. But yeah, I appreciate it. I'm thankful for everyone here, and I'll see you all tomorrow. We'll all be animating a whole. All right, actually, yes, I'll be doing keyframes. Keyframes? No. It's also the wrong camera. I meant to do this camera. Let's do mode. Fucking no. And with that, I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you. Goodbye.